Hey, welcome back to the Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour, and we're talking about the costs of putting yourself last and not taking care of yourself so that you can have the life you want, and what it costs to live that way. I've got a caller on the line, so hi, what's up?
Well, hi, Clay. My name is Kim.
Yeah, hi, Kim.
And I've been listening to what you're saying today, and it frankly is hitting me right between the eyes.
Okay.
But I guess as I sit here and think about why I do what I do, I think very frequently it's something I do out of guilt. And, like I have a good life. Things go pretty easily for me, and so I think I do a lot of things for other people because I think, well, they don't have it as good as I do.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean...
No, that's fair. Yeah, that's good.
So, and I can see where I say yes far more than I should because I am stretched pretty thin.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you kind of draw the line?
Well, there's two things to think about. Is for those that you do for, they would like to have a chance to figure out a way how they could do back for you. So you have to let people do things for you.
Okay.
So that's why I say be the question instead of the answer. All right. And when you say to somebody, hey, what would you do if I wasn't here? When you turn their brains on and they get to say what they would do and contribute back to you and show you how much you've taught them and how proud they are of themselves, they get complete. Okay. So that's a win-win.
Okay.
All right. Next is if, say, you like I've got a 17-year-old son who's very, very intelligent and has some really amazing ideas. And I have a real hard time sometimes staying out of the way of where he's going and the rate at which he's going and how he's thinking. But I have to do that because they have to learn by the mistakes they make.
Yeah.
They also have to learn how to be successful and how to manage success. Okay, so it's a double-edged sword. So it's all about being quiet. One, the people you're teaching or doing for can get back to you. And two, if you're not quiet, no one learns. They just get to be told what to do.
Yeah. So
Can you hear that?
Yeah, so it's not really about not doing or walking away. It's about teaching.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all about teaching. It's not about quitting. It's like I've always said, you got to be careful that you finish what you start. And if you're growing somebody up or you're making a difference for somebody, you got to make sure before you move on to someone else or you complete the training for them that they're able to stand on their own 2 feet.
Okay.
You don't want to hang them off a cliff with a rope that's going to break.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
All right?
All right, thank you
Take
very
care.
much.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so now I've just got a few minutes left, so I'm going to go back to the tips of what you got to do to, get present to living life where you put yourself last and what it costs you. One, you got to learn how to be the question instead of the answer, which is what the caller and I just talked about. You got to get a feeling. You got to give a feeling responsible for other people being happy and being there, so that people can be happy. The truth is, you got to teach people how to be happy on their own. You have to give up worrying just about everything. So you have to give away all the stuff that you'll never stop worrying, by the way. If you care, you'll never stop caring. You have to not let it take over your life where, quite frankly, you sit there and worry about what someone else is doing and not have a life. All right? You have to get in touch with who you are and who you're not. And we talked about purpose and getting, really straight about what you're committed to and what do you need in your life to be happy. All right, think about that. Okay, so it's all about getting straight and having fun, and then last but not least, and this is the tough one, is when you really get straight about how you want your life to be, you have to ask to be held accountable for having your life be that way, and that takes practice. Okay, that's the name of the game. So to all of those out there that have made their life, work, it's do for everybody else, and put yourself last, I have to ask you, what's it cost you? What's it cost to be a fixer? What's it cost to meddle in the lives of others? What's it costing you? And quite frankly, it's costing you time. It's costing you productivity at your work or in your home. It's costing you fun. It's costing you active time in your relationships. It's costing you, time to just be with yourself. It's costing you maybe even gardening time because your brain is just someplace else all the time. So in order to really take yourself on, you have to make yourself a priority, okay? You have to. Remember, you are the only person who has a say in how your life turns out. In your neighborhood, in your life, with a neighbor, with a boyfriend, with a girlfriend, with a son, with a daughter, with an aunt, uncle, or cousin. The only person who has a say in how their lives turn out is not you, it's them. So when you think about it, if you gave up being responsible for fixing everything in the lives of those around us, how much more free time would you have? How much more fun in your life could you have? How much more life could you have in your life? I mean, think about that. How much more could you appreciate who you are? How much more could you get a smile on your face for no reason? You see, when we complain about not having enough time to do everything we say we want to do, we all complain about not having time to go to the gym, not time to be with the people we love. It's all about just complaining. We get in the habit of doing that. So you have to give up being responsible for everything and everybody and take your own life on, and then do it visibly so everybody else can see what you do. That's the name of this game, okay? And so it's just a straight thought, ladies and gentlemen, but it's one I'd like you to seriously take on. Think about that. Take yourself on, okay? Now, thank you for listening. You can join us every Wednesday, 2 to 3 p.m., and then rebroadcast from 10 to 11 p.m., and then on Sundays, 12 to 1 p.m., with your feet up on the picnic table. I'm Clay Nelson. This is the Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour on KZSB AM 1290 in Santa Barbara.